In the bustling village of Nkosi, nestled in the heart of Africa, lived a young woman named Amina. She was known for her radiant smile and kind heart, which endeared her to everyone. Amina had dreams of becoming a skilled seamstress, and she worked diligently every day, learning from her mother, who was renowned for her craft. One fateful day, Amina's world was turned upside down. Her beloved Kofi, whom she had loved deeply for years, announced that he was leaving the village to seek his fortune in the city. He promised to return, but as the days turned into months, Amina's heart ached with his absence. She tried to stay hopeful, but rumors began to spread that Kofi had found someone else in the city. Amina's heart was shattered. The once vibrant young woman became a shadow of her former self. Her laughter faded, and her sewing, once filled with passion and creativity, became a mundane task. Her friends and family tried to comfort her, but nothing seemed to heal the deep wound in her heart. One day, as Amina sat by the riverbank, lost in her thoughts, an old woman named Nia approached her. Nia was known in the village for her wisdom and had seen many heartbroken souls in her time. "My child," Nia said gently, "heartache is a part of life, but it doesn't define you. You have a gift, Amina, and the power to transform your pain into something beautiful." Amina looked up, her eyes brimming with tears. "How can I do that, Nia? My heart feels like it's in pieces." Nia smiled warmly. "By embracing your pain and using it to create. Let your heartache fuel your art, and in time, you will find healing." Amina took Nia's words to heart. She decided to channel her emotions into her sewing. Each stitch became a way to mend her broken heart. She started creating beautiful pieces, each one telling a story of her journey through pain and towards healing. Inspired by Nia's words, Amina decided to create something truly special. She envisioned a quilt, each patch telling a different story from the village. She began gathering old fabrics, some from her mother's collection, others from friends and neighbors. Each piece of fabric held a memory, a story of joy, sorrow, love, or loss. As Amina worked on the quilt, she found herself immersed in the stories each piece of fabric told. There was a vibrant red cloth from a bride's wedding dress, a reminder of love and new beginnings. A faded blue piece came from an old fisherman's shirt, symbolizing the enduring spirit of those who live by the sea. A patch of green from a child's blanket spoke of innocence and the beauty of youth. As she sewed, Amina felt a connection to her community that she had never experienced before. Her heart, once heavy with sorrow, began to feel lighter. She poured her emotions into each stitch, finding solace in the rhythm of her work. One evening, as she worked on the quilt under the soft glow of a lantern, her mother sat beside her. "This quilt is beautiful, Amina. It's more than just fabric, it's a tapestry of our lives." Amina nodded, feeling a sense of pride and fulfillment. "It's helped me heal, Mama. Every story in this quilt is a part of me, of us." Word of Amina's quilt began to spread throughout the village. People came to see it, each finding a piece of their own story within the intricate patterns. The quilt became a symbol of the village's collective heartache and healing, a testament to their resilience and unity. Amina's journey of healing through her art inspired others to find their own paths to recovery. The quilt was not just a creation, it was a legacy of love and strength, a reminder that even in the darkest times, there is hope and beauty to be found. With the arrival of the annual festival of Renewal, the village buzzed with excitement. This year, the festival held special significance as it marked the unveiling of Amina's quilt. The festival celebrated new beginnings, and the villagers saw Amina's quilt as a perfect representation of their shared journey. The day of the festival dawned bright and clear. The village square was adorned with colorful decorations, and the air was filled with the scent of delicious food being prepared. Music and laughter echoed through the streets as people gathered to celebrate. Amina, dressed in a beautiful gown she had made herself, stood by the quilt, her heart pounding with anticipation. She had poured her soul into this creation, and now it was time to share it with the world. As the villagers gathered around, Nia stepped forward to speak. This quilt is a testament to our strength and unity. It reminds us that even in times of heartache, we can find healing through our connections with one another. With that, Amina unveiled the quilt. There was a collective gasp as the villagers took in the intricate patterns and vibrant colors. Each patch told a story, and together, they formed a beautiful tapestry of the village's history and spirit. Tears filled Amina's eyes as she saw the smiles and heard the murmurs of appreciation. She had transformed her pain into something beautiful, and in doing so, had helped her entire community heal. As the festival continued, people shared their own stories of heartache and healing, inspired by Amina's journey. The quilt became a focal point, a place where people could come together and feel a sense of belonging and hope. By the end of the day, Amina felt a profound sense of peace. She had found healing through her art, and in doing so, had helped her community find healing as well. She realized that while heartache is a part of life, so too is the ability to heal and grow stronger. In the months following the festival, Amina's quilt continued to be a source of inspiration and healing for the village. People would visit her home to see the quilt and share their own stories. Amina listened with empathy, offering words of comfort and encouragement. One day, a young boy named Kweku came to see Amina. He was carrying a small bundle of fabric. "My father passed away recently," he said softly. "He was a fisherman, and this is a piece of his favorite shirt. I'd like to add it to the quilt." Amina's heart ached for Kweku, but she was also touched by his gesture. "Of course, Kweku. Your father's memory will be a part of our story." Together, they sewed the piece of fabric into the quilt. Kweku shared stories of his father's bravery and kindness, and as he spoke, Amina saw the healing power of storytelling in action. The quilt continued to grow, each new patch adding another layer of depth and meaning. It became a living testament to the village's resilience and the strength of their bonds. Amina's own heart continued to heal as well. She found joy in helping others and realized that her journey had given her a deeper understanding of love and loss. She had learned that heartache, while painful, could also be a source of growth and connection. One evening, as the sun set over the village, Amina sat with Nia by the riverbank. "I never imagined that my heartache could lead to something so beautiful," she said. Nia smiled, her eyes twinkling with wisdom. "That's the power of community, my child. We heal through our connections with one another. Your quilt has brought us all closer together." Amina nodded, feeling a profound sense of gratitude. She had found healing not just for herself, but for her entire village. And in doing so, she had discovered the true power of love and resilience. Years passed, and Amina's quilt became a cherished heirloom in the village of Nkosi. It was displayed during festivals and special occasions, and each time it was brought out, it reminded the villagers of their shared journey of healing and resilience. Amina continued to create, her work now infused with the wisdom and experiences she had gained. She became a mentor to younger seamstresses, teaching them not just the craft, but also the importance of storytelling and community. One day, a young girl named Zara approached Amina. "I've heard so much about your quilt, Amina. I want to create something like it, something that tells our stories." Amina smiled warmly. "Of course, Zara. I'll help you. Remember, it's not just about the fabric. It's about the stories and emotions you weave into each stitch." Zara's eyes sparkled with excitement as she gathered fabrics from her family and friends. Each piece held a memory, the story waiting to be told. Amina guided Zara through the process, sharing her own experiences and lessons along the way. As Zara's quilt began to take shape, Amina felt a deep sense of fulfillment. She saw her own journey mirrored in the young girl's enthusiasm and creativity. The cycle of healing and storytelling continued, each new creation building on the legacy of love and resilience that Amina had started. One afternoon, as Zara worked on her quilt, she asked Amina, "What do you think your quilt has taught our village?" Amina thought for a moment before replying. It's taught us that heartache and healing are intertwined. We all face pain and loss, but we also have the strength to overcome it. And through our connections with one another, we find the courage to heal. Zara nodded, understanding the depth of Amina's words. I hope my quilt can bring as much hope and healing as yours has. It already has, Amina said with a smile. Every stitch, every story, is a testament to our resilience and love. As the years went by, Zara's quilt joined Amina's in the village's collection of cherished heirlooms. The tradition of creating quilts continued, each one telling a unique story of heartache and healing. The village of Nkosi became known for its beautiful quilts, but more importantly, for its spirit of unity and compassion. Amina, now an elder in the village, looked back on her journey with a heart full of gratitude. She had turned her pain into something beautiful, and in doing so, had helped her entire community heal. She knew that her legacy would live on in the quilts, each one a symbol of love, resilience, and the power of storytelling. One day, as Amina sat by the riverbank with Nia, now a very old woman, she reflected on the path her life had taken. I never imagined my heartache could lead to something so wonderful, she said. Nia, her eyes still twinkling with wisdom, replied, life has a way of surprising us, my dear. Your journey has been a testament to the strength of the human spirit. You've shown us all that even in the darkest times, there is always hope. Amina smiled, feeling a profound sense of peace. She had found healing not just for herself, but for her entire village. And in doing so, she had discovered the true power of love and resilience. The tradition of quilting and storytelling in Nkosi became a cornerstone of the village's culture. Each year, during the festival of Renewal, new quilts were unveiled, each one adding to the rich tapestry of the village's collective memory. One year, during the festival, a stranger arrived in Nkosi. He was a young man named Tand, a journalist traveling across Africa to document the diverse cultures and traditions of different communities. He had heard about the unique quilting tradition of Nkosi and was eager to learn more. Tand was welcomed warmly by the villagers, and Amina, now a revered elder, was introduced to him. She shared the story of her quilt and the journey from heartache to healing that had inspired it. Tand was deeply moved by Amina's story and the beautiful quilts he saw. I would love to share your story with the world, Tand said. It's a powerful testament to the strength of community and the healing power of art. Amina agreed, seeing an opportunity to inspire others beyond her village. Tand spent weeks in Nkosi, interviewing villagers, photographing the quilts, and immersing himself in their stories. He was struck by the sense of unity and resilience that permeated the community. When Tand's article was published, it brought widespread attention to Nkosi. People from far and wide came to see the quilts and hear the stories behind them. The village became a symbol of hope and healing, inspiring many to start their own quilting traditions and to find strength in their communities. Amina's heart swelled with pride as she saw the impact of her journey. Her simple act of turning heartache into art had blossomed into something much greater than she could have ever imagined. It had become a beacon of hope for people everywhere, showing them that even in the face of pain, there is always a path to healing. Years later, as Amina's own quilt began to show signs of wear, she decided to pass it down to Zara. Take care of this, she said, handing the quilt to her protégé. It's not just a piece of fabric. It's a piece of our history, a testament to our journey. Zara, now a skilled seamstress herself, accepted the quilt with reverence. I will, Amina. I promise to keep our stories alive. As Amina watched Zara walk away with the quilt, she felt a deep sense of fulfillment. She had turned her heartache into something beautiful, and in doing so, had created a legacy that would continue to inspire and heal for generations to come. And so, the quilts of Nkosi continued to tell their stories, each one a testament to the power of love, resilience, and the healing power of community. In the village of Nkosi, the story of From Heartache to Healing became more than just a tale. It was a living, a breathing testament to the power of community, the strength of the human spirit, and the enduring legacy of love and resilience.